This is the piece of Shilton mohair we're going to be using to make pip, and the first thing you need to do is determine your pile direction, and you do that by sliding your hand over the fur, and if it slides down smoothly, that is the correct direction it needs to follow. You will also see that the pile runs over the edge at the bottom of your fabric. If you slide your hand in the opposite direction, you'll see that it's fairly rough and not as smooth as going in the other way. To mark it properly, take a pen, and once you've determined the pile direction, put an arrow on the reverse, because your templates need to match up with that. We're now going to flip the mohair over so that you can work directly on the backing with your templates, because it's far easier to cut it out and mark it from the back. If you look at the leg shape, you will notice that the pattern layout is on the bottom of that particular template, and this is how you're going to place each template onto the fabric so that you fit them all in. This is what your templates will look like laid out on the reverse of your fabric, on the backing. Once you've done that, you're then going to start tracing around each shape, and you do that by taking a pen, securely positioning the template onto the backing, and very carefully tracing around each shape. You can use a ballpoint pen or a sharp pencil, bearing in mind that when you do come to cut it, you need to cut that line off. Once you have traced around that template, this is what it will look like on the backing of the fur. You then continue to do the others, and it's important to remember to mark your joint placement marks as well as your openings on each template. This particular one is the body shape. It has darts at the base and at the neck, so those need to be traced, go all the way around the body. And again, you can carefully slide the body shape away and mark the openings, because that is where you will stop and start stitching, and then position your template back on again and mark your joint placement marks. Now this is what your backing of the mohair will look like once you've traced all your shapes out. As you can see, the joint placement marks have clearly been indicated there on the body, on the legs and on the inner arms. I've also marked the openings, so in these sections where you see the two little lines, that is where you're eventually going to fill your bear, and that has to be left open on the body, the tops of the legs and the tops of the arms, as well as the base of the head. Once you've completed tracing all your shapes for your bear, you then need to trace the paw pads and the foot pads, and that will be done separately on your ultra suede. You can see these are the two foot pads and these are the two paw pads. Our next step is going to be to cut out our shapes. You need a pair of very sharp scissors, especially with sharp points, and with mohair you want to retain the pile and basically cut on the backing only. So what you do is you slide the bottom part of your scissor blade in between the pile of the mohair, and you're going to snip very carefully on the backing only, ensuring that you remove your pen line as you cut. And the reason you want to snip through the backing is that at the base of, for example, the head, the legs, the arm and the base of the body, you can see the fur extends beyond the edge, and that's what you want to try and retain. Once you've cut all your shapes out, you're then going to also cut out your ultra suede, and remember that here too you also need to remove your pen marking line off as you cut it.